the assignment 3 and Malaxan 1013489989856 is my student ID. So we're going to import panda as PD, and then we're going to read the CSV file to this. So we're going to print it out. So this is the CSV file in the data frame. So we're going to print the first 5 rows of it. If we don't put any parentheses in the bracket, it's going to automatically print the first 5 as well. So we're going to, for the third, so we're going to, so the column doesn't have the column name. So we're going to assign the column name to them, so which is ID, range, value, machine type, like we're going to use. So we're going to give it a name of the columns at least, and then we're going to print this, and then we're going to put the name of the column on the CSV file. So yeah, so now we have the ID right here, and then we're gonna put it in place and then print the first 5 rows, and then so it should be add the name and the student number on it, but I don't know how, so I'm gonna skip it. So here we go, and then it should be have the name on it, so in the previous question, and then we're gonna skip the rows. After skip the row, we're gonna skip this row, the ID. If there's a name and my student number on the top, it's gonna skip the name and the number, and then it should be returned to this format. But since I don't know how to do it, so it's gonna be the previous one. Alright, and then for question 6, we're gonna show the data frame. Show the type of my DF, the CSV file. So we're gonna type and then bracket. So it's gonna, the type is panda called frame data frame. It's a data frame. So number 7. So it's gonna we're gonna print the specific column of the data, which is the value. We have 2 different ways to do it. So for the first one, it is the most basic way to select a single column from a data frame. Just put a string name of the column in the bracket and then return the panda series. Yeah, and then it's gonna be like this. And then the second way to do it, we're gonna use the log. So we put the log and then square brackets, and then for the first one we put a column, and then this is the all rows. This means the all rows, and then comma, and this is going to be the column. We're going to print other column, the value column, and the all rows. So we're going to print the first 5. And this is going to be more oriented, object oriented. Why? Because so we're gonna, because in this one we're gonna dealing with the code and the data in the block, so that is easier to change or do the thing with it. So for the number 8, so we're gonna print the selected the type of the selected column. Put the selected column in the brackets and then dotted the type. So it's a float. So for number 9, so we're gonna fetching the zip code column, and then it used the previous way, all rows in the zip code column. So yes. So yeah. So they have the same status. And this one as well, we're gonna print it. Just put a selected column in the brackets. So the data type is an object. So for 10, we're gonna create a series. The series we call brand, and then here's the brand, which is combining the machine type column and the zip code column, and then we're gonna select the specific column, choose a specific column, and then summary together. So and then we're going to create a new one. So we create those, and then print the first 5 column, the first 5 rows as well. So 11, we're going to create a new series called total. So we're going to multiply our range and the value, use the previous way to do it. Yep. So we multiply together. This column multiplied by this column is going to be the total. And the 12. So we're going to print all of the command on the Word document. Describe with the bracket. This is no. Yep. EDE. So the question is, why some have a parenthesis and some don't? What is the difference between B and C? So the one with a bracket is gonna print it with the format with a form like this. The one without is gonna print all the text. So for the 13, so we're gonna use a descript method to show the statistic for the objects. So we describe and include the objects, and then so it's not numeric columns. And 14, so we're going to rename the ID to the so this is old value and this is a new value. So we're going to rename it and print the first 5. This is going to be the result. So for the first 15, we're going to rename the ID to my ID and then put the in place. So we're going to show the change it. Yeah, it's going to be in place right now. So for 16, we're going to show the different this has to be all the columns. This is all the columns, and here's the data type. 17, we're going to change all the column. So this is gonna be the new column list, and then put this CSV file dot columns equal to this, the new one. So this is the final result. The final columns at first 5 rows. In 18, we're going to replace all the spaces in the column names with a dash. So and then change the column again. So we're going to use the dot column dot string dot replace method. We're going to replace the space with the dash underscore. So all the space should be underscore right now, like this. So for 19, we're going to delete the brand column. So we're going to use the drop method to put a delete brand, to put a brand and a comma and a total as well. And then we're going to delete all the column. So axis equal 1, 1 is a column, and in place we're going to put a hat, the first 500. What? And now it's already deleted. Yes, now it's already deleted. Yes, it's already deleted. Okay. So in the 20, we're gonna delete the row number 3 and then row number 5 permanently, and then put the 5th row. So we're gonna use the drop method as well, but this time we're gonna put the axis equal 0 because we're gonna delete the rows instead of column. And then which rows we can delete? 3 and 5. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3. Wait. Yes, this is going to be the final results. Here we go. So there's a 3 and a 5 missing right now. It's deleted permanently. And then we're going to use the sort the value in the descending order. So we're going to use the dot value dot sort value, and then put the ascending equal true, so we're going to do the ascending order. So for the 22nd, we're going to sort the value series in the ascending order and then show it with the data frame. So the only one so for this one, because we're gonna show the sort the value series, so we're gonna put it specific. So we're gonna sort it by value column. So now it's ascending from the 10, is increasing gradually. So 23, we're gonna sort the value in the ascending order as well, but we're gonna put it in place. It's basically same as the previous, but put it in place. And 24, we're gonna sort the MyDF data frame based on the range and the value in the ascending and descending order. So the range is ascending, so this as a first one, so this is going to be the first one. First one is ascending, and the value is descending. So compared to this, it's going to be false. False is ascending, so it's going to be descending. So 25th, we're going to displace those rows of MyDF between the 250 to 350. So we're gonna myDF range column between the 250 rows to the 350 row, which is 100 rows. I'm gonna print it out. So it says we're gonna display those rows as well. It's also from 250 to 350, but this time we're gonna be in assigning method. So similar to before, where we have the sort value method, and then we're gonna sort it by range as ascending. So now we're going to display the only ID and the value column of those rows in between the 250 and the 350. So we're going to use the log method, and then the range is between this, and then we're going to select the specific column. We put a square brackets and put those column on it. So we're going to display the ID value and the machine type column in those, and the range is 250 to 350, and also the machine type should be H. And then we're going to only print the ID and the value column. So we have to use an AND. So we have two types. We are located the rows right here, and then select the type as a H equal, and then only print the columns, two columns. In 29, we're going to display those rows of myDF that's the machine type is equal to HRX. We're going to assign. So use myDF, the machine type is in those values. So we're going to print the entire data frame, only H, X, and R. So the last one, so we're going to print the data type of the CSS file. And then, so the ID is an object, range is a float, value is a float number, machine type and the zip code is an object. And then we're going to print the myDF data type. So we're going to display the selected only the numeric columns, or the numeric columns is rounded. Yes, that's everything. That's my work piece. Thank you.